Very good morning all of you. Hope you are doing well and you are enjoying the sessions which we are conducting. In the last lecture we studied about Google Chrome extensions which will be quite helpful and productive for your work. And in today's lecture and in today's module we will be going with the newest topic of our syllabus, that is nothing but Microsoft Office 365. As you can see over here, MS is nothing but your Microsoft, which is nothing but a particular software created by an multinational company, that is Microsoft. It was first announced by Bill Gates on August 1, 1988 in Las Vegas. Initially a marketing term for an office suite. The first version of Office contained Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel and Microsoft PowerPoint. So over the year, Office applications have grown substantially closer with shared features such as common spell checker, data integration and various visual basics for applications. So we'll be looking after some of these Microsoft Office applications such as Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel and Microsoft PowerPoint, as well as we will be looking after how it can be worked online. Okay. So Microsoft Office is an example of a closed source software, which means computer programs whose source code cannot be published, whereas the source code is nothing but a code which is not shared with public for anyone to look at or change. Closed source is not an open source, but some software is neither, because open source also implies the freedom to redistribute. Example of closed softwares for commercial users: Microsoft Office, Adobe Acrobats and many more applications with which the source code or the particular programming is not being shared. Examples of closed source software not distributed commercially would be proprietary software used to operate proprietary operations at a bank or a factory. So it is nothing but a bundle of applications which is offered by Microsoft, which adds and includes various applications which can be used by the industrial or commercial people for their day-to-day need. So Office is produced in several versions which are targeted towards different end users and computing environment. The original and most widely used version is the desktop version, available of PCs running the Windows and Mac operating system. So since Office 2013, Microsoft has promoted Office 365 as a primary means of obtaining Microsoft Office, which allows the use of software and other services on a subscription business model, and user receives feature update to the software for the lifetime of subscription, including new features and cloud computing integration that are not necessarily included in the on-premises releases of Office sold under conventional license terms. Okay. So Microsoft also rebranded most of their standard Office 365 editions into Microsoft 365 to emphasize their current inclusion of products and services. So there are various components of Microsoft Office, but before proceeding with those actual components such as Microsoft Office, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft OneNote, Skype for Businesses, Microsoft Teams and so on, we will be looking after the prerequisites or the thing which need to be known by the end user so that they can use those components or the applications quite efficiently. So what they need is a knowledge of Windows is quite required, and working of knowledge of Internet Explorer is mandatory. So the benefits of using Microsoft Office 365 is that it provides the end user with the skills and knowledge of various components Microsoft Office is provided. So at the end of the course or the particular module of Office 365, the end users will have the ability to use the correct Office 365 applications for their business tasks. They can learn how to use OneDrive for businesses. They can get a knowledge of working with web applications such as Microsoft Word, PowerPoint and Microsoft Slides, and the benefit it possesses, and the capability to collaborate with colleagues using video conferencing applications such as Microsoft Teams, Skype for business video conferencing, what we have studied in our first module. So these will be the benefits which the end users will be getting. So now we will be looking after various components of Microsoft Office 365, and The moment Microsoft takes Office 365 components, we will be looking after practically also how it can be performed. So the first component of Microsoft Office 365 is Microsoft Word, which is nothing but a word processor included in Microsoft Office and some editions of the now discontinued Microsoft Works. The first version of Word, released in 1983, was the Microsoft DOS operating system and introduced the computer mouse to computer users. Word for Mac was the first graphical version of Microsoft Word. Initially, it implemented the proprietary doc format as its primary format. Word 2007, however, depreciated its format in the favor of Office Open XML, which was later standardized by ECMA International as an open format. Next component of Microsoft Office 365 is Microsoft Excel, which is nothing but a spreadsheet editor that originally competed with the dominant Lotus 123 and eventually outsold it. Microsoft released the first version of Excel for Mac operating system in 1985. The next component is Microsoft PowerPoint, is nothing but a presentation program which is used to create slideshows which are composed of text, graphics and other objects which can be displayed on screen and shown by the presenter or printed out on transparencies or slides. Then we have Microsoft OneDrive, which is nothing but a file hosting service that allows users to sync files and later access them from a web browser or mobile device, which can be looked after in our module number 4. Another component is Skype for Businesses, which is an integrated communication client for conferences and meetings in real time. It is the only Microsoft Office desktop app that is neither useful with a proper network infrastructure nor has the Microsoft prefix in its name, which we have studied in our first module. The last component we will be looking is Microsoft Office 365 Teams, which is nothing but a platform that combines workplace chats, meetings, note and attachment. Microsoft announced that Teams would eventually replace Skype for Business. This same has been studied in our module number 1, which can be used for conducting virtual conferences through videos. So we will be looking after some Office on the web also, such as spreadsheets, presentation, word processor and many more things which will be important for our syllabus. So Office on the web is nothing but a free-like web version of Microsoft Office and primarily include 3 web applications: Word, Excel and PowerPoint. The offerings also include Outlook.com, OneNote and OneDrive, which are accessible through a unified app switcher. Users can install the on-premises version of these services called Office Online Server in private clouds. So Word, Excel and PowerPoint on the web can all natively open, edit and save those files as well as open document files. They can also open the older Office file formats such as docs, PPTs and so on, but will be converted to the newer open XML formats if the user wishes to edit them online. Other formats cannot be opened in the browser app such as CSV in Excel or HTML in Word, nor can Office's files that are encrypted with a password be opened. Files with macros can be opened in the browser application, but the macros cannot be accessed or executed. So Office on the web lacks a number of the advanced features present in full top version of Office, including lacking of program access and publisher entirely. However, users are able to select the command open in desktop app that brings up the document in the desktop version of Office on their computer or device to utilize the advanced feature there. So supported web browser include Microsoft Edge, Internet Explorer 13, Firefox or Google Chrome. So we will be learning about web applications such as Office, applications such as Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint in our module of these. Yeah. So the file format of Microsoft Office is nothing but DOC, while your Excel is CSV or Excel Access, and your PowerPoint presentation is nothing but .ppt. So we will be looking after those. As you are seeing over here, this is nothing but PowerPoint. That is nothing but Microsoft Office 365 PowerPoint presentation, which I have created to display or to present my work in front of you. So we will be looking after Microsoft Office 365 one by one and the components of it. So firstly we will be proceeding with how to download it. So for downloading Microsoft Office 365 you need a browser. Any of the browser will work, but I am going with Google Chrome. So what you need to do is you need to just open a Google URL. The moment you open a Google URL, you need to just type MS Office 365 free download for the versions of your PC. The moment I click on it, you can see that you are getting various options, but we need to download it from the genuine website, and the genuine website is nothing but the vendor who is providing Microsoft Office 365, and it is nothing but your Microsoft. So we will be downloading it from Microsoft Office, the website. So as you can see, you can download it. You can try Office 365 for free for 1 month, or you can buy it for your premium version. So it can be used by 6 people. 6 terabyte of cloud storage is provided by Microsoft 365. They provide with the premium applications. So the premium version of Microsoft 365 is for 6,199 rupees for 1 year. So as you can see over here, your Microsoft Office 365 include various components such as Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, OneNote, Outlook, OneDrive, and Microsoft Family Safety. So you can use Microsoft 365 for a trial purpose for 1 month, where you can download and install Office applications for free on multiple PCs and Macs. You can use cloud storage, which will be looking after module number 3, where you can save your work and you can share it with any of the people. So as you can see, it provides you various benefits such as it brings out your best, where you can write and present like a professional with editing and writing options in Word and layout suggestion coaching in PowerPoint. You will have access to Smart Assistant feature and create content in each application. It will be easier to access any of the applications which are provided by Microsoft 365. You can organize your time, you can protect what's important for you. So you can see over here there are facts, FAQs which are provided by Microsoft Office. So you can download it for free 1 month. So the moment I click on it, you need to sign up with the Microsoft account of yours. The moment you download it or you sign up with the Microsoft account of yours, it will get downloaded, and the moment it gets downloaded, what you need to do is you need to install it on your system. Okay, so as you can see, we will be looking after Microsoft Word, we will be looking for Microsoft Excel. They provide you with Word mobile app also, then Excel mobile app as well as PowerPoint app. Then what Microsoft Word is being used for, it is used to transfer documents to web pages and so on. These are the components we will be looking after the particular module of ours. So now I will be closing it, and the moment it gets installed, you will be having a particular screen where you can see Microsoft Office over here. Just a second, I will let you know. So as you can see over here, Microsoft Office is being displayed over here, and you can have various applications on the components Microsoft Office provides. So first of all, we will be looking after Microsoft Word. So suppose we have to work or we have to edit any of the document, we need to click on Microsoft Word. So the moment I open Microsoft Word, a particular Word document gets open, and it can work as a word processor which is included in your Microsoft Office. So Microsoft Office is nothing but a word processor which was developed by Microsoft. It was first released on October 25, 1983. Yeah. So it can work on any of the operating systems from Windows 10 to so on, and also can run on Mac operating system as well as iOS. So the file formats which support Microsoft Office is Microsoft Word is nothing but doc. It can also support dot file, docx file for XML Word document, docx for XML Word template. So it is also known as file name extension. Microsoft Word's native file formats are denoted either by a .doc or .docx file name extension. So So among its feature, Word includes a built-in spell checker, a thesaurus, a dictionary, and utilities for manipulating and editing text. The following are some aspects of its feature set. It provides you with templates, it provides with image format, it provides you with word art which enables drawing text in Microsoft Word documents such as title, watermark or other text. It provides you with macros which is nothing but rule of pattern that specifies how the certain input sequence should be mapped to an output sequence according to the defined process. It provides you with the layout issues, bullets and numberings, auto summarize, shortcut keys such as Control U for underlining, Control I for making it italic, Control V for making it bold, and many more. We will be looking after the web version of Word also the moment we are done with Microsoft PowerPoint and Microsoft Excel. So as you can see, the moment we are opening Microsoft Word, the particular template will look like this. So as it being a document processor, you can type any of the thing and you can prepare your thesis based upon it. So it provides you with various features. As you can see in the toolbox, first of all, you can simply, if you want to rewrite this particular thing once again, you need not to type once again. So what you need to do is you just to select the particular thing which you need to repeat, click on copy, place the cursor and click on paste. So as you can see over here, whatever you are writing and you need to rewrite it once again, you just need not to type everything. What you need to do is you need to select the particular thing you need to rewrite, then you need to click on copy button and place the cursor whenever you need to rewrite and click on paste. Then there is the option of format printer. Suppose you have a particular thing written in a particular way and you need to display that particular way to all the words you are using. So for example, I have written my name over here and I am using the font as Times New Roman and I am mentioning the size as 14. As you can see over here, whatever I have written below is in Calibri, but what I want is I want this particular text to be in Times New Roman and with the font size of 14. So what I will do is I will select Akshay, I will click on format printer and I will click on the letters or the alphabets which I need to convert. So as you can see over here, by using format printer, what we have done here, simply converted the font size and the font type of the words or the alphabets mentioned over here. You can simply make the particular alphabets as bold by clicking on bold signature. You can make it as italic, that is nothing more in slanting position, by clicking on italic logo. You can underline the important word by clicking on U button. So in this way there are three shortcuts. It is Control V, it can be used for making italic as Control I, it can be used for underlining by clicking on Control U. Suppose you need to strike something. So what you need to do is you need to just select the particular letter and you just need to press on this. The moment you press on it, you can see that the strike through was being done. There are various equations in maths where you need to write the power and the bottom. So for mentioning the power, what you need to do is you need to click this particular logo or the particular icon. So for example, I need to keep AY at the power of X. So the moment I click, it visited towards the power or the upper end, and if I want it at the bottom, I will be simply clicking on this particular button. It is nothing but your subscript and it is your superscript. Yeah. Suppose you need to increase the font size, not by selecting this particular button. So what I will do is I will click on this. If you need to decrease size, you can click on this. There are various options where you can change the case of your sentences. So by clicking on sentence case, it will capitalize the first word and all the other words will be, all the alphabets will be smaller one. If you want to lower the case, you just need to simply click on lower case. If you want to make it as uppercase, you can click on the uppercase. If you want to capitalize each word will be capitalized as it was already capitalized. Then you can go on toggle case also. So in this way you can change the case of the particular word or the sentences. Suppose you need to change the color, you just need to click on this particular icon and select the color in which you need the text. You can change the background by clicking on this particular icon which is mentioned over here. can use word art format. So by clicking on this, the size can be changed, or it can be changing the outline of the words you are written. Then by using this you can clear the format. I just will be clearing it and I will clear the format. So it will be reverted back to its original later. It provides you with the bullets. Suppose you need to mention something in sentence case, you just need to click on this particular button. So the bullet will appear before the text of yours. It provides you with various bullets such as bullseye, it provides you with timers, it provides you with arrows and many things. You can use any of them. It also provides you with the numberings, as you can see over here. You can provide you with the list library too. Suppose we have many more things and we need to list many things one by one subsection, so you can use this particular list library. You can use this particular option for decreasing the intent and this for increasing the intent. So it will move either towards left, either towards right. You can increase the line spacing between two sentences or two lines by using this particular option. So you can see over here the gap or the difference between two sentences was increased. You can keep your sentence at the middle of the page by clicking on this, or towards the left by using this, or by using justification in a proper format. So in this way these particular icons are being used. You can create the boxes or the borders by clicking on this particular option. As you can see over here, there are various options you can go for. It can provide you with the horizontal line or many more things. It provides you with the theme color. Then you can sort the wordings according to your need, either in increasing format or decreasing format. You can change the style of the text you have selected in this way. So this is the first section. The next section is your insert one, where you can insert the table as per your convenience. As you can see over here, suppose I need to insert 3 rows and 3 columns, so I will be using this. You can change the design of the particular table in such a way by selecting the appropriate table it suits for. You can change the layout by simply clicking on the layout tab. So in this way your Microsoft Word works. You can set margin for the page, you can set the orientation as portrait or landscape, horizontal or vertical. You can change the size of the particular page. According to the size of the page you need to take print out. Number of columns can be set by clicking on this particular option. Then you can simply watermark your page so that none of the particular thing can be copied. Copyright functions can be applied over here. You can change the page color. You can set the page border according to your needs. As you can see, there are various things you can do with Microsoft Word, as it is a Word document processing application included by Microsoft Office. You can save this particular file by clicking on file, click on save option, and as you can see over here, the extension for this particular file format is DOCS, and you can simply type the name of the file whatever you need, and you just need to click on save button. So the Word document can be saved. So in this way Microsoft Office component, that is nothing but Microsoft Word works. Then we will be proceeding with Microsoft Excel. So we need to search for Microsoft Excel in our particular application. I will click on Microsoft Office. I will look for Microsoft Office. The moment I click on Microsoft Excel, the particular application gets open. So it is nothing but a spreadsheet editor which was developed by Microsoft for Windows, Mac operating system, Android and iOS. It features calculation, graphical tools, pivot tables and a micro-programming language called Visual Basic for application. It has been a very widely applied spreadsheet for these platforms, especially since its first version in 1993. So it provides various features such as basic operations, where you can perform various arithmetic operations by using various calculation formula. You can apply various functions. You can go for micro programming. You can create graphs and many more things you can do in Microsoft Excel. We will be looking after the Excel version of Microsoft Excel also. So Microsoft Excel Viewer was a freeware program for Microsoft Windows for viewing and printing spreadsheet documents created by Excel. As you can see over here, it is a spreadsheet which has various cells mentioning rows by numerical values and the columns by alphabetical way. So it provides you with various sections. You can have various subsheets in Microsoft Excel like sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. On whatever sheet you need to work, you can work on that. So as Microsoft Word was providing you with various options, similar option is provided by Microsoft Excel. Suppose I need to work on sheet 1, you can rename that particular sheet, you can delete sheet, you can insert many more sheets, you can view the code of that particular sheet as you can see over here. We will close this sheet as of now, just a sec. By clicking on. So in this way you can see the code of the particular sheet. There are various other options. You can rename the particular sheet by simply clicking on rename and mentioning it. Then you can simply move or copy this particular sheet to some other Excel sheet or in the particular sheet again. Then you can change the color of the text whenever or as per the requirement of yours. You can hide this particular sheet or you can save all the sheets. Then there is a particular toolbox on the top of the screen where you can there are various. So as you can see over here, there are various cells. Same thing which you need to do is suppose you need to copy a particular cell, you not need to write the particular alphabet or type again. Suppose I want to copy Akshay at this some particular point. So what I will do is I will simply click on this cell, I will click on copy, and whenever I want I will simply click and I will click on paste. So the moment you do this, it will be copy paste operation. You can simply click Ctrl C for copying and Ctrl V for pasting it. Next option is suppose you have written something wrong in a particular cell, you need to cut that. So what you need to do is you just need to click on the particular box, you need to click on cut. The moment you cut and you select another cell, you can write over there. The particular location will get empty. Then suppose this is a particular cell where I have written Akshay with a particular font as Aharoni and the size as 14, and I want the particular way this Akshay should be written. So what I will do, I will select this cell, I will click on format and I will click on Akshay. As you can see, both the particular cells get matched. So in this way you can format the center of a particular cell by just clicking on the particular option. Suppose you need to bold this particular cell, so you will be clicking on bold. If you want it as italic, you can click over here. You can underline the particular sentence in a particular cell by clicking on underline option. Suppose you want to create a box or a border to particular cell, you need to click on this particular icon and you can select the box, select any of the box as per your requirement. So suppose I click on this, you can see the border was displayed around the particular cell. You can color the cell with any of the particular color you are feasible with. You can change the font text color also. You can increase the size of the text, you can decrease the size of the text by using this. Suppose you want the particular text to be in the center of a particular cell, you just need to click on this particular icon and this icon, so it will be in the center. If you want it towards the exact left, you can click here. If you want it towards right, it can be here. Suppose you want it as the middle and upper part, it will be like this, and lower it will be like this. Suppose you need to change the orientation of the particular cell, you can change it using this particular tab. You can change the orientation like this. So in this way you can change the orientation of the particular cell. You can change it back by using format control. Suppose you need to merge various cells. So I will be selecting these cells, those who need to merge, and click on this particular option. These cells will be merged. If you want to unmerge those cells, you just need to click on this particular icon and you can need to click on unmerge cells. These cells will be unmerged. Then suppose there is long sentence or text in a particular cell and it is not visible to you. So what you need to do is you just need to select that particular cell and click on wrap text. The moment you click on wrap text, the text will be, or the particular sentences will be displayed one after other in a particular cell itself. It won't be flown out of the particular box. So in this way, this particular options can be used. For alignment, you can use this. For left alignment, you can use this. In this way, alignment can be done. This is a particular option where you can select the type of the text you need to write. You can write the text as general. You can mention the number. Suppose this particular cell comprises of numbers, so it will be as you need to mention numbers only. Suppose this particular cell comprises of you want as currency. It will provide you with the particular dollar signature. As you can see over here, the moment I select currency and write something, it provides you with the particular option. Then if you are doing accounting, you can select accounting. If you need to mention date, you can mention date and so on. You can mention various formulas by selecting any of the particular options you are feasible with. You can use dollar signature. You can use signatures for any of the currencies you are using for. You can use percentage signature if you are going with the percentage of formulas. You can select commas if you are going with general signature. You can increase decimal points or you can decrease those decimal points. Suppose the value of mine is 12.633. So I want to use decimal value. So you can see the decimal value are being getting increased. By using this, it is getting decreased. You can highlight your cells by using conditional formatting by mentioning any rule. Suppose the particular value of the particular column needs to be greater than 10. I will be highlighting those values which are below 10. So what I will be doing, I will be mentioning simply the values which are below and less than 9. So as you can see over here, so what I want is, I want to highlight those cells whose values are less than 9. So what I will do is, I will select this particular data, I will click on conditional formatting, I will click on highlight cell tools. And what I want is, I want to highlight these cells which are less than the particular option. Suppose I want the particular cell to be less than 9. So what I will do is, I will click on 9, 0, 0, and you can see over here. From the particular data, only the cell which comprises of the value 8.0 was highlighted, because we mentioned the rule that the value should be less than 9. Suppose I want the values to be greater than 9. So what I will do is, I will select greater than or equal and will click on. So you can see the values which are greater than 9 were being highlighted. So in this way you can do the conditional formatting. You can highlight top 10 cells, top bottom cells as per your requirement. You can create data bars according to the values. You can color those cells. You can set the icons for those. Yeah, so in this way you can work with conditional formatting. You can format the particular table. Suppose this is your particular table and I want to conditional format it. You can change the size of the table. You can see over here the table was selected and it provided you with the particular value. You can sort it from small to largest. You can sort it to largest to small. You can sort it by various colors. So as you can see, the sorting can be done. You can change the style of the cell by clicking on this particular option. You can see over here the cell size was changed. It was back to normal. So in this way the cell styles can be changed. You can insert any of the cell. You can insert sheet columns. You can insert sheet rows in your particular cell. You can delete those particular cells by selecting the entire rows and so on. So in this way you can perform various operations. Suppose there is a particular way where you need to find the sum of those values. So what you need to do is, you just do not sum it manually. What you need to do is, you just need to click the cell. You need to click on auto sum. The moment you click on the auto sum, you will be getting the final output with the addition of those values you have selected. As you can see over the moment I click on 60, you get sum of the cell D10 till D20. So in this way you can perform some operation. You can go with the average of the particular cell. You can perform various mathematical. So in this way you can perform various mathematical operations. So in this way various mathematical operations can be performed as sum, average, count numbers, maximum and minimum. And there are many more functions which are provided by Excel. So you can use those any of the functions to perform the operations you are feasible with or you are looking for. Then you can fill those particular cells by clicking on dot. You can sort and filter the particular column. you can find and select the particular applications. You can insert various things in Excel. You can provide various shapes. You need to do like this. Then you can format those particular shapes. You can go with the clip art. Any of the media file can be inserted over here. You can insert picture if you want. You can add table to the particular spreadsheet. You can go with smart art like this. You can create smart art where you can mention the text and presentation can be created. You can go with column. Suppose I am selecting this particular text and I want to display visualization. You can see over here the visualization was conducted. So you can select any of the type you are feasible with. You can go with any of the options such as line chart. You can go with pie chart. You can go with bar chart. You can go with area chart. You can go with scatter chart where the values can be visualized as per the convenience of viewers. So in this way, graphical representation of your data can be done in an Excel sheet. You can insert text box. You can insert header and footer to your sheet. Then you can select the page layout, provide margin to the page. You can select the orientation as portrait or landscape. You can change the size of the page as per the page you have having. You can use formula solver tab for the operations you need to perform. You can import text from any other sources. You can do various functionalities. You can review your working and many more operations can be performed in your Microsoft Excel. So these were the basic operations which we have studied in our lecture of today. Now we will be going with other functionality, that is nothing but PowerPoint. Before proceeding with that, you can see you can save your Excel sheet on any of the window or on any of the particular link by clicking on save button, and the extension of the particular Excel sheet is nothing but .excel access. So in this way Excel can be worked. Now we will be looking after the third part of the component of Microsoft Office, that is nothing but Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. Suppose you are a particular employee of an organization and you need to present your work. So you can use the most important component of Microsoft Office for presentation purpose, that is nothing but Microsoft PowerPoint, which is nothing but presentation program which is used to create slideshows composed of text, graphics and other objects which can be displayed on screen and shown by the presenter or printed out on transparencies or slide. So it was created by Robert Gaskins at a software company named Fort Thought Incorporation. It was released on April 20, initially for Macintosh system. Later it was selected for various other operating systems too. So PowerPoint became a component of Microsoft Office Suite in 1989 for Macintosh and in 1990 for Windows, which bundled several Microsoft applications. PowerPoint's market share was very small at first prior to introducing a version of Microsoft Windows. PowerPoint was originally designed to provide visuals for group presentation within business organization, but has come to be very widely used in many other communication situations, both in business and beyond. The impact of this much wider use of PowerPoint has been experienced as a powerful change throughout the society, with strong reactions including advice that it should be used less, should be used differently and should be used better. So there can be various operations which can be performed on PowerPoint, such as you can create graphs, you can presentation, you can create slides and many more operations you can perform on Microsoft Office. So for the lecture of yours, I have used Microsoft PowerPoint for the presentation purpose. As you can see over here, it comprises of various sections. The uppermost section comprises of toolbox. This particular section comprises of slides and the outline of the slides. Then it provides you with the actual slide in the enhanced version. You can increase the size of the slides by clicking on the particular scroll option by zooming in. So you can select any of the slides you want. Similar options which were in Microsoft Excel as well as PowerPoint as well as Word are these options. You can create new slide by clicking on new slide option and the new slide will be created, as you can see over here. I don't want this particular slide, so what I will do is I will erase this particular slide. You can change the layout of the slide as per the convenience of yours and the presentation of yours. If I change this slide, you can see over here the particular slide was changed. The layout of the slide was changed. see over here. I will be back. Then you can add section to the particular slide. After selecting the slide, what you can do is you can change the font size, you can change the font style, make it bold, italic, or you can strike to all, you can create a shadow of the particular word you want by clicking on this option. So in this way, various options or various operations you can perform using Microsoft PowerPoint, which can be leading to the powerful presentation. So there are various tabs, such as you can insert many more media, such as screenshots, clip arts, Microsoft Word art. You can go with chart, you can create chart for your visual presentation. You can include various, you can change the design of your slide by clicking on any of the design you are visible with. You can add transitions to the slide. For example, I want to display this particular word after a bit. So what I will do is I will cut it. So what the transition will look like, the moment I click on F5, the slideshow gets started. You can see it works like this. Yeah, you can split it. You can see that another slide was displayed after the transition was happened. So you can use transitions, you can add animations to your slide, you can create a slideshow, you can record your slideshow presentation using a record slideshow, you can review your work, and you can format the content of the slides as per your convenience. So in this way, PowerPoint presentation can be worked to create a presentation which can be displayed to the presentee by the presenter in some of the organizations or corporate areas. To view this slide as a presentation, you just need to click on a button on the keyboard, that is nothing but F5, or you can click on this particular icon to start the slideshow. The moment I click on it, a slideshow was being created, and we have used various transitions, so the transition was simply done. So as you can see over here, it was faded out, it was fading in, and another slide was not having any transition, so it was not done. So in this way, slideshow can be worked by using Microsoft Office. So these were your desktop application, and the extension for saving Microsoft Office is PPTX. So you can see over here the file type of the extension of Microsoft PowerPoint presentation PPTX. Now we will be looking after the web version of these three Microsoft Office applications. So for that I need a Google Chrome browser or any of the browser will work, and initially require a Gmail account. So what I will do is I will click on Gmail. The moment I click on Gmail, or you can go with any of the account, and you need to search for those web applications by clicking on 9 dots which are beside your Gmail account's profile. So the moment I click on these Google applications, you can see what you can see is what we want is we want to look after Google Word. So Google Word in web application is named as Google Docs. So I will open it. Another web application is nothing but Sheet, which is quite similar to your Microsoft Excel. And we have Slides, which is quite similar to your PowerPoint. So we will be looking after these three web applications that are nothing but the web version of your desktop component of Microsoft Office. So first of all, we will be going with Google Docs. So as you can see, the moment I click on Google Docs, a particular interface was started. And this interface provides you with various documents you have recently opened. Suppose you need to create a particular document file. So for creating a new document file, you just need to click on blank. So the moment I click on blank, blank page will get opened with the toolbox, which is quite similar to your desktop application of Microsoft Word. So what you can do is you can type whatever you need. So you can create a document file. There are various options provided by web version of your Microsoft Word. So what you need to do is you can change the name of your file by simply clicking over here. It will be saved in your drive. Yeah. Then we can click on file. You can perform various operations on web application of your Microsoft Office 365. As you can see over here, it shows you with the uh, suggestions that the particular word is wrong. It is for you the correct word. So simply you can see. So grammatical mistakes can be overruled over here. You can change the font style. You can change the size by clicking on this. You can change the title as whatever as per your convenience. You can change the size of your Google Doc or the page. This is the option for format center, which is quite similar in working as compared to your Microsoft Office. You can check for spelling and grammars by clicking on this particular option. You can print the document directly, so you can change the justification, alignment of the particular cell. You can add hyperlink to the particular sheet. You can change the color of the font. You can add image from computer or on the web office. So in this way your Microsoft Doc works, which is quite similar to your desktop application. You can share this file with the colleagues of yours by simply mentioning their name or the email ID. So for example, I am sharing with this paper. The moment I click, I will send. He can be the editor of the particular file. He can view this particular file, or he can comment on that particular file. So based upon your convenience, you can share, or you can make the particular person as editor, commenter, or viewer. So this was the web version of your Microsoft Word. Now we will be looking after the web version of Microsoft Excel, which is named as Sheets over here. So as you can see, the moment I click on Sheets, I got this interface with various sheets on which I have worked in previous 30 days. Suppose I need to work on the new sheet. So what I will do is, I will simply click on plus icon. The moment I click on plus icon, a new spreadsheet will be created, and we can simply work on this particular spreadsheet, which is quite similar to your desktop application, that is nothing but Microsoft Excel. You can name your sheet by clicking on this particular icon, and you can give name as per your feasibility. You can perform same operations which you perform in your desktop application. For example, I am selecting this cell. Suppose the value of the first cell is 4 and the value of next cell is 2. So if you want to add these two cells, what I will do is, I will click equal to, I want to find the sum, I will click sum, I will click tab, and I will select the cells whose addition I want, and I will close this bracket and I will enter. The moment you enter, you can see that this 6 value was displayed. Then you will look after various other operations on Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. As you can see over here, this was the particular cell. I want to sort. So what I will do is, I will select the particular cell and I will sort it. So for sorting, I will click here and I will sort A to Z. You can see the values were sorted. So you can perform n number of operations on web application of your Google Sheet, which is quite similar to your Microsoft Excel, which are quite similar. You can share this file with the colleagues of yours. The last web application of Microsoft Office was your Microsoft PowerPoint, which is quite similar to your web application, that is nothing but slides. So these were the slides which we have prepared initially, but we need to prepare new slides. So what I will do is, I will click on blank. So the moment I click on blank, I will get a blank slide. So as per your convenience, you can change the layout of the slide. So what I will do is, what I want is, I want the slide to be blank. So I will select the particular slide like this. You can change the theme as per your requirement. You can create various slides, you can create flyers, you can create banners in this particular Google Slide option. So I have this particular slide, I need to perform various operations. Just a sec, I will be creating this Google Slide once again. Yeah. So you can change the theme of the presentation as per the feasibility or the convenience of yours. You can input theme from browser itself. Yeah. So it is taking some time. Here, as you can see, you can add anything to this. Just a sec. I will be opening my presentation, old presentation. I will be moving this to so Google Slide is useful for creating presentation. So this is the work of our student who created this particular certificate by using Google Slide. So I will show you the work which I have done on Google Slide by creating a particular flyer or a banner. So as you can see over here, you can work by creating presentation by using this. For printing it, you can click on print. You can change the format. You can simply add text box. You can add image. You can change the or add the shape of or line, whatever you need. You can change the background of your particular slide. You can change the layout as per your convenience. You can change the theme as we saw over here. You can perform various operations. You can select the transitions where you can see resolve. I am selecting resolve and I am applying to all slide and I will be playing. So as you can see over here, the moment it gets resolved and it gets started. Just a sec, I will be slide from right. So as you can see, it will be sliding from right. So in this way you can apply. You can add various transitions. In this way, Google Slide work. So these were three components of Google Microsoft Office we studied, which will be quite useful for your future. And if you have any queries during this module, you can kindly ping me or mail me on my personal email ID so that the queries will be solved. So thank you for your patience, and we will be meeting back with our fourth module where we will be learning about many more topics. Thank you guys. Have a great day ahead.